This project is the very first one designed and preceded by Laura in her elementary school first grade. Conceived and completed in 2019 fall as a presentation for inter-school competition in an artwork titled Fall in Love with Autumn. Due to its size and rough and finish material complexity, the project wasn't ready on time and therefore was completed well after due date. Maybe that was the major reason why it turned into an experimental evolution of the project. It all started with old toy souvenir from Santa in 2018. Model of a tree with dozens of monkeys hung up by two players. It served as a main frame for a tree trunk. Then it was wrapped with material soaked with polymer plaster many times. Branches were made in almost the same technique, except the frame was made of copper wire size 14. Later we found out it wasn't a perfect idea, and all branches had to be supported by layers of polymer glue. That gave them required flexibility and pretty well handled additional weight. The whole structure sits on a cardboard. With plenty of moisture from above, it took quite a lot of time to dry up everything. And yet comes a grass made of unsupported plaster scattered around the tree. Finally layers and layers of paint of different kind. Starting from regular watercolor to a latex paint with a specific color pigment. The very bottom of the sculpture was taken from disassembled painting frame bought many years in auction. A tree of my flesh is closing to the end of its journey. Arms of branches stretching straight to the heaven. From where the grace flows like morning dew. Down to the ground, where my heirs lay deep waiting still. A tree of my flesh tilts forward till it reaches a soil, where it turns into fertilizer, out of which plenty of nutrients drip even deeper, touching sleepy nuts and giving them a touch they were waiting for their whole life. A tree of my flesh, watching with awe how new life is breaking the ground. New breed of brave and chivalry is raising their eyes, starring with new hope right at stars, not caring what left far behind them, buried deep lifeless but so fulfilled. A tree of my flesh, now wholly rotten and mixed with dirt. A feeling of precipitous sorrow grabs my throat strong, and tears out of not seeing eyes flow like Styx River, to underground pond of forgotten ones. But it all is beauty. One day will bring me back to life, again and this time for